Hey y'all, and welcome to Politibrawl. My name is Brian, and this Gold Star family member, this mother of a fallen soldier, just rips into Joe Biden. There is a reason that she is supporting Donald Trump and wanted him at the Arlington Cemetery and not the president and vice president. But before we dive in, I want to give a quick shout out to our great sponsors over at Colonial Metals Group. These folks quite literally have the cure to buy inflation, but more on that later. Now, let's get back into the video.
So that's why you were not at Arlington Cemetery and you spoke with President Trump on the phone. Do you mind telling us what he said to you when he called you?
So this morning I was with the troops in Fort Liberty. I'm making my way right now to D.C. to spend some time with Ryan tomorrow. And what Trump said to me is that he was sorry. He was so sorry that all this happened and that it should have never happened. And he's right. It should have never happened.
And Paula, I know for you and many of the other family members of these 13 men and women, family members you become very close to, that you want accountability. What would that look like to you?
Well, it would be great if the administration would start out by saying, we made a mistake. We made several mistakes. We did not make the best decisions. Instead, this administration has tried to sweep it under the rug, and that's absolutely not going to work for this nation nor this world who watched this live on television. You can't deny what we all knew and saw.
Vice President Harris is now running to be commander-in-chief. I wonder, do you have a message for her?
You are with the whole administration in all of this. You hold the same accountability as President Biden does. You were right beside him in making these decisions. And if you say you're not, then what kind of leader are you going to be in the future if you didn't have the same decision making with him on this?
Paula, I wanted to ask you because I've seen now many presidents who struggle to engage with Gold Star families who are angry with them. And yet these are men and women, these service members who died in the service of their country on orders from their commander-in-chief. How do you think that a president should engage with and honor the sacrifice of families like yours, even when, especially when, they don't see eye to eye with you?
Well, when I was eye to eye with President Biden in the White House Oval Office at his invitation, it would have been great if he would have leaned in and gave me a hug at the moment I was weeping in front of him. But he didn't. And so that marks a character issue. And that's what I really am looking for, is better character in the office for our president.
Wow. For the party of love and tolerance and so much joy, you think you'd be, I don't know, a little less heartless when someone who is grieving over their child who died on your orders, and you don't even have the guts to get up and give that person a hug. Joe Biden really is heartless. We know who he's like behind the scenes. We know who Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris are behind the scenes. All of them are tyrants. Just mean-spirited, vile people that have to present well in order to garner support from the public. It is very odd. The very people who are going out there and screaming, oh, we've got the good vibes, we've got the joy, and yet they're nightmares to work with. These people are absolutely mental. And you'd think that they would have the guts, or at least Joe Biden, who's been in politics for so long, he knows better. And I know the dementia is setting in, but he knows better. And we know for sure that Kamala Harris is going to walk into a similar situation and not quite know what to do, unless she's had her 2 boxes of wine, and then she might actually have the guts and gumption to get up and get that person a hug. We know, however, that Donald Trump does have that gumption. That is a natural thing for him. Hey, y'all, in case you haven't noticed, this has gone to this. It is absolutely insane. What the feds have done, constantly printing money, making sure that your dollar becomes less and less valuable, has hurt the economy and has probably hurt you in ways that you can't even imagine yet. That's why we partner with Colonial Metals Group. CEO Paul Stone and his associates understand the ins and outs of protecting your hard-earned dollars backed by gold, silver, and other precious metals. And they even have a limited time offer for first-time buyers. Free gold and silver IRA accounts, insured storage for 5 years, up to $7,500 in free silver, and a personal safe to keep all the good stuff. So go check them out, link in the description below, or call this phone number to talk to one of the many lauded associates at Colonial Metals Group to protect your hard-earned dollars today. Now, before someone comes in here and says, well, he's mean behind the scenes too, not really. And furthermore, and also if someone comes in and says, oh, he's just presenting like that, in truth, he's just a mean-spirited guy. Okay, mean-spirited people can make it in politics. They're not going to make it in business. You might be able to Uncle Scrooge your way forward, but it's not going to end well. Particularly if you're visited by 3 ghosts on Christmas Eve. But regardless of that, what Donald Trump does is he actually shows compassion. He knows that the people that he's working with, when it comes to the American voters and when it comes to Gold Star families, he knows how he's supposed to behave. Now, yes, a couple of years ago, actually, I think this was 7 years ago now, he picked a brief fight with the Gold Star family. I believe they've been able to make amends. And that's because what this lady reveals is something I didn't used to know. Apparently, Gold Star families don't get along too well with presidents. And I believe that's because these are men and women who have served their country to the letter and paid the ultimate price for it. Yes, they're going to be a little bit testy with the presidents. You're the reason that we're here. You're the reason that we have a terrible funeral on our hands. There's a reason that we have a flag in a triangle box. These Gold Star families wanted Donald Trump to come and visit them in Arlington Cemetery. And the media tried to blast him for it. And even some Republicans blasted him for it, because how dare he take pictures with these people? How dare he? Let's see, if I'd had some pearls right now, I'd clutch them. Good grief, give me a break. It's a photo op. Who cares? And there's an even bigger thing going on in the ether. Remember the time when the mainstream media said that Donald Trump called the fallen soldiers at a World War I memorial out in France suckers and losers? Do y'all remember that? I certainly do. I also remember that there is no direct source that has ever made this claim. It has come from an anonymous source, which the media immediately claimed as true. Folks, I don't do that here. And if I get something wrong, let me know. But I am not going to present to you evidence that doesn't exist. I'm merely giving you my opinions, what I think to be true. And if I don't think it to be true, I'm not going to talk about it, or I'm going to say that I don't think it's true. It's why I never, as a personal rule, talk about a tragedy within the first 24 hours. I wait until we get some facts in. And that has turned out to be a great policy every single time, because my gut takes, they're only about 50-50. I could wind up with a lot of egg on my face. So I don't post stuff about that. I don't talk about it. I wait till I get the facts in. And with the suckers and losers hoax, I'm sorry, I don't believe it. An anonymous source who has not come forward, that's not valid enough. That would not hold up in an open court. So it's a shame that that's getting passed around again. Remember, the media will do anything it can to undermine the truth that does not benefit them and the rich white liberals who watch them. They cannot afford to break these people out of their echo chambers and bring them out of Plato's cave. They like it in there. Again, I've said this a couple of times already in some former videos. We're fighting in someone else's arena with their equipment, their rules, and we might not even be prepared for the same sport. That is the modern media landscape, and we have to navigate it or circumvent it. That's why I love YouTube so much. That's why I use this platform. Because it's easier for me to tell you what's going on, or at least what I seem for my own eyes and with my own understanding, what is to be true. So I don't quite know how to end this video because it's all over the place, but ultimately, I think we can safely say this. There is a reason that these Gold Star families wanted Donald Trump at Arlington National Cemetery and not Joe Biden and not Kamala Harris. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed that segment here on Politibrawl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one. And until then, y'all have a good one.